This is what's left of Office Furniture Alley. It is a stark reminder of the devastation that happened here nearly 24 hours ago. Right here in East Lawrence, there is a rush to get the water. Here at the East Lawrence Dollar General, you can see cars flowing in, many people going in, coming out with cases and cases of water. I'm going to take you to some video that I shot earlier inside the store. It's really been crowded since I got here several hours ago. Pinnacle CEO Karen Lee had no comment about the APP program when I spoke to her on Monday, but I'm pushing hard to get those invoices through this open records request to Huntsville City Schools. The amazing thing about this, take a look at all of these trees they have down in the yard. They stopped counting at 20 of them, but look at the house. It's untouched. It's a nightmare for some families in North Alabama. You think you're getting a vehicle like this one, but a quick transfer of money and you never see that vehicle you were promised. We're at 200 Holmes Avenue Northwest, and you can see there's some cars already in our area. Hey guys, here we are on our very first Uber ride in Huntsville. This is Mike, our driver's very first Uber ride as well. Police say 3 people are detained after a scary incident here at the intersection of Sparkman and Blue Spring, where we are now. This is the intersection where police say after a traffic stop, a man fired at officers and then drove away. They were able to chase him down a few blocks.
I've been advised by my attorney not to have a site. I don't even know why the news would have anything to do with this.
Is there a reason they haven't been paid? He says the party is too small to be divided right now. In fact, he wants to step up to that challenge. I asked him if he's hoping to fill the role that Ford leaves behind.
I didn't expect you to ask me that question, but since you asked, I am.
I'm WHNT News 19's Kristen Connor in Pulaski at the Maggette Morelli warehouse, where, as you can see behind me, firefighters are still working on hotspots to put out this warehouse fire. And it started just around 3 o'clock. This is a viewer photo of earlier in the day when that fire was in full swing. That blaze was huge. You could even see it on the radar. This is what's left of Office Furniture Alley. It is a stark reminder of the devastation that happened here nearly 24 hours ago. It looks really bad, and that's because here it is. But there's also some good here. It's not very hard to find it. The route through Rosalie changed overnight. As state troopers lead the way, debris clutters what used to be woods and homes. The storm's path unmistakable by the sight of rubble, claiming this Christmas tree farm, damaging this church, crunching this family's home, and desecrating graves at Rosalie Cemetery.
That's a good size chunk of limestone. Big piece of limestone, and it's just laid over. Just an idea of what a tornado is, the wind that's behind it.
But the heart of Rosalie still beats as volunteers come even before they're called to lend a hand to help the living and the dead.
They go together, but it's broken.
Even though it's devastation, we're still here. This is not something that's going to knock us down and get us down. We're going to keep moving.
And when it's time to take a break, Western Sizzle and Food Truck is open for business, serving for free
Philly steak or grilled chicken.
I'm cooking. Check this out. I gotta get some cheese.
They're busy even just a few minutes after they opened. That's just how they want it.
We are local. We live right down the road. The tornadoes come right over our houses. So today we figured we got to get out and help our community.
You have somebody help you?
No money involved. I mean, this is a bad time.
It just lets everybody know that there's some real good people out here.
As the sun sets, Rosalie prepares to take on a new day, a challenge, but not impossible. There are many on their side.
We're putting our faith in God and moving on. He's not going to put more on us than we can stand.
Keep up the good work, guys. Live in Rosalie, Kristen Connor, WHNT News 19. For Sarah Smith, getting a job at this Huntsville Cajun restaurant seemed at first a blessing.
I was thrilled. New business opening up, being able to start from the ground up to go.
But she says that dream turned sour, quickly learning working at the Salty Gator Trading Company wasn't for her.
No, not at any stretch of the imagination.
The problem is, she tells us after she quit working there in October, she still hasn't received her final paycheck.
They still owe me my last paycheck. It was a struggle to get the first check. And now they are giving me excuses of why I can't get paid for the second one.
She tells us she visited the restaurant and even sent texts to the owner, only to be told the check's in the mail.
My child needs to eat. Bills need to get paid. They're not.
Heather Arledge says the same thing happened to her after she was fired as a server also in October. She's still waiting for money too.
Christmas is coming up. I'm owed roughly $900. I have to provide for my kids. I have a 5-year-old. He's in pre-K. I have a 2-year-old and I have a 1-year-old.
Heather and Sarah were not the only two that I spoke with before I called restaurant owner Doug Weaver, trying to sort it out. I'm Kristen with WHNT News 19. He acknowledged a disagreement.
We have secured an attorney over it because we have a dispute. You're saying one thing, we're saying another.
What is your side? Because that's why I'm calling you.
I don't have a side. I've been advised by my attorney not to have a side. I don't even know why the news would have anything to do with this.
Is there a reason they haven't been paid?
They have been paid. That's the dispute. Ma'am, I really don't have anything to say about this.
Weaver politely terminated the call, but was not willing to connect us with his attorney.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time. Meanwhile, these employees say they're fed up with waiting.
It's not fair. It's not morally right.
We followed as the group met at Huntsville's Wage and Hour Field Office. It's a division of the U.S. Department of Labor, the federal office in charge of enforcing the Fair Labor Standards Act. Only they were told, we can't help you. The office's Gulf Coast District Director explained to WHNT that these employees slipped through the cracks in regulations coverage. Because of dollar volume stipulations and other complications, none of them filed a claim. This leaves limited options for this group still waiting on their cash. Now they feel their only option is through the court.
I would like my paycheck. I wouldn't have contacted you if it wasn't for me not getting paid.
It's very frustrating.
In Huntsville, Kristen Connor, WHNT News 19.
Let's get going. Line up.
Senior Emily Myers is Tiger Battalion Commander, leading Grissom's co-ed military skills team to do some pretty intimidating stuff as a unit.
Go!
23.
Heave. Stop.
Brace people across fast.
Go.
Up. Load.
This team is third in the nation, and Cadet Myers went up against 400 cadets from around the country to win the female Ultimate Raider this year, besting her closest opponent by almost a full minute.
At the end, they said it was top 3 in the nation ever in the past 10 years, so I kind of started crying and didn't really realize how big of an accomplishment I just made.
I think she's a great role model for her teammates.
It's just a really hard sport. That's what kind of motivates us all.
I'll put my cadets up against any other varsity sport in the nation, which they've already proven that they are the best. And it gives First Sergeant and I both a tremendous amount of pride when we see these young men and women come out here on their own time, 2 hours a day to practice.
And there are wait lists of students looking to join them. Huntsville City Schools is growing its JROTC programs, adding instructors and resources.
With us now giving career prep credit based on the development that we do, that's really going to increase the number of students that want to take this program. But we're going to go beyond the career prep. We're going to teach them things about life and how to be better citizens.
We're all here for each other. It's a family. It's really family oriented, so that's how we kind of see it. We do it for people to right and left of us.
In Huntsville, Kristen Connor,
Come on, Kate.
WHNT News 19.